What's up, everybody? We are back. John Delarose here, delarose.com. That's DELARROZ.com. I have a link to my newsletter in the description below. You can get a free novel and a free graphic novel from me just for signing up. I like it because it updates you a lot better than YouTube does. They're not very great about alerting people to videos at this point. And, of course, that way you never miss anything from me. And I also can send you updates on new comic books and things like that coming out. I've got a lot of different cultural stuff today, and of course I've been talking about how various YouTubers out there don't really do much for culture. They don't really create culture. All they do is complain about these corporate properties like Star Wars or Marvel or DC, and while that gets some nice clicks and all that, we do have to do something to actually shift the culture in a direction that we want it to go. And I like to do this by periodically highlighting some good stuff out there, of course, and creating my own content. I appreciate everybody who supports that sort of stuff. And so I'm going to do a little video on some stuff today that I'm finding interesting. And this is going to be all over the map. We're not just going to do comic books or just board games, as you can see on the screen. We got some cool stuff, and I'm going to keep it to 3. I know there's a lot of people out there who also are creators who follow, so thank you very much for that. But you know, if you highlight every project out there, none really stick out, and that's a problem with a lot of the shows that do those sorts of things. So I'll stick to 3, and there's going to be one in each arena that I kind of am interested in. 1, which is going to be, of course, board games. 2 is going to be comics, and then 3 is going to be science fiction and fantasy novels. Those are the 3 areas that I'm focused on, and hopefully you guys, as the audience here, are also focused on. The first one I want to talk about is Robinson Crusoe, Collector's Edition. Now, this is a game which is made by Portal Games. It's designed by this guy, Igasi. I can't pronounce his last name. It's terrible. Igasi something. But I'm a huge fan of this guy's games. I've done videos on his Imperial Settlers, which is my favorite game, and I never actually played this. This is supposed to be this is like an adventure survival game. It's a cooperative, so if you don't want to compete with your friends, or if you just want to play a solo game by yourself, I think you can do that too. This is a great one. Now, they're, of course, coming out with this Collector's Edition, which has fancy miniatures and all this stuff for it. This game's very popular. It's also supposed to be very hard. And one thing about culture that I'm interested in changing also is I've noticed that video games and things like that have gone like super easy mode in recent years. It's just people have no interest in trying anything that's hard anymore, and trying to actually accomplish things. It's sort of our participation trophy generation, which is causing problems. So this is pretty interesting. If you like the survival theme, if you like cooperative games, and you like cool miniatures, oh my gosh, you see how this is going up by the second here. Definitely back this. This is a cool one. I'll put this link in the description below along with all of these. Now it's interesting, this one's being done on a site called GameFound. It's not Indiegogo or Kickstarter. Pretty new. But Portal Games is an established company. You don't got to worry about anything there. This will definitely come out, and I'll be backing this. Next one I found last night is called Fiendish, and this is by an artist named Irene Strikowski. I hope I pronounced that right. And this is a fantasy book, much like the Deus Vult book that I've been doing, a different style. It's a little more manga influenced than what I've got going. But I thought this was really cool art, really cool design that she's got. She's not in my circles or anything like that. I posted this on Twitter earlier that I actually don't know this person at all. But it looks really good. So I want to highlight this. I love fantasy and stuff that's getting away, maybe from the cape stuff that's dominating the comic industry right now. She's needing a little bit of help here. It just launched today, so it's a little on the slow side, but I think she'll get there for her goal. Again, this is just something that looks great, and I am definitely interested in because of the theme. So let's see, what did she say about this? This is 46 pages. Mystery tale. Let's see. She's a little pitch up top because you can tell it's fantasy and you can tell it's fiendish. But these people aren't all marketers. But $20 for the book, pretty reasonable. I like it. And the third thing is pretty awesome here. I've already backed this one. This is called The Cosmic Courtship by Julian Hawthorne, and this is a 1917 pulp science fiction adventure, which is being restored and done by the group that does Cursova magazine, who I'm really a big fan of. So this came out in a pulp magazine, and I love the old pulps around here. It's called All Star Weekly back in the day, And they are restoring it, putting it into a single volume so that we can read this. I love the art here. I think it looks really cool too. And Cosmic Courtship sounds cool to me. You know, I love romance. You know, I love classic science fiction stuff. So this is the type of thing we want to support. We want to support history and culture, especially. And this is killing it. $7,500 for this this old classic pulp. A good find by Kursova Magazine. So those are the three I want to highlight today. Again, this is a prose story. So we've got prose story, we've got comics, we've got board games. We've got a little something for everybody that is on the good side of culture. And I'm pumped about all three of these projects. These ones are ones I wholeheartedly endorse. I'm not getting paid for this. I'm not necessarily friends with any of the creators. This is just stuff that I personally think is cool and love, and I hope you guys do too. So hit that like and subscribe button. Let me know if you've got anything cool. Be interested in checking stuff out. Leave comments about what you find. And let's change the culture together, my friends. We'll talk to you soon.